I'd like to welcome a good friend, Dr. Kathleen Ozsvath. She's going to be starting a new series of webinars called EmpowerALL. Dr. Kathleen Ozsvath, thank you for agreeing to do this podcast.
It's my pleasure.
So, Dr. Ozsvath is the chief of surgery at Samaritan Hospital and the director of the vascular service. She's the ex-president of the Eastern Vascular Society and serves as the Intersocietal Accreditation Commission Vein Center Secretary, and also the Secretary for the American Venous Forum and the President-elect for the International Society for Women Vascular Surgeons. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Yes, you're a good friend who I've known for a very long time. So it's a pleasure to be chatting with you about really exciting new things coming up.
So you've been a leader in your community in a multiple fields. You've been a pioneer in multiple fields, not only technical, but also outside of the operating room, and also been awarded a Women of Distinction by multiple groups. You're starting this new webinar series for Empower All. You had a prior series with Empower Her. How did you transition from Empower Her to the new series of webinars?
Well, first of all, you and the executive board of VLU empowered me to get to do this, which is really cool. And initially, there was a webinar series that Ruth Bush, Dr. Bush ran, that I got to be a part of as well, which was the Empower Her webinar series. And it started first, Ruth was doing it, and then she and I partnered together and did the second year of it. And it was really sort of looking at topics in venous disease that also are related to women, whether it was disease in women or just how women vascular specialists, run their practices and their lives and so on. And it was an international group of ladies that joined us for a lot of these talks. And it was really nice. So, again, as I said before, VLU empowered me to continue. But in thinking about it, we really thought that this should not be limited to only women's venous disease or women's issues, but we really need to empower all of us who are venous specialists and handling patients of all, of both genders and all walks of life and what have you. So this year, I've partnered again with Dr. Bush, and together with the support of the executive committee of VLU, to do a series, and we're going to do it pretty much once a month for through the fall, the winter, and the spring. And our first one is going to be an extremely important one. I feel it's close to my heart, as I know it is to yours, because you and I have worked together a lot with giving back. And we feel, I believe I can speak for you as well, that we both feel very strongly that it's extremely important to give back to our communities. So you and I, and together with Dr. Bush, we've partnered up in several societies to create these day of service events. But more importantly, VLU had its first humanitarian um, effort in Mexico. And so I think it's really important for the world to hear about what you all did there and what a great success that was, and educating the local venous specialists to become specialists and to be better, and also to help the patients that were there in Guadalajara that you treated. And you also brought some really exciting technology. So I don't want to give away too much because you're one of the guests who will be speaking together with Dr. Kabnick, Dr. Kursat, um, and Ruth will be there as well, Ruth Bush. So it's going to, and of course, Victor Kanata as well. He's the backbone of the IT part of all this, as well as an incredible venous specialist himself. So it'll be really exciting. to have that discussed. And again, you're one of the stars of that show.
So after this webinar on September 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, where are you heading? Where are you going with this? Because giving back is something that is a new frontier for many societies, and be it national or regional for the ISWVS with Eastern Vascular or the American Venous Forum, what are your next topics? Where are you headed with Empower All after September 13th?
So that's a great question. And we have several topics that we've thought about, and we already have some people that we have in mind to invite. And we're going to have one that's dedicated to treating perforators. We'll have one that's dedicated to treating pelvic venous disease. We have one that's dedicated to research. And again, we're just confirming several, our speakers are going to be coming from all over the world, both American as well as international colleagues from all over the world. One other topic that I think is going to be really exciting, I don't want to give away too much. Dr. Boskert obviously is one of the innovators of the Turkish glue, and he's also part of our executive board on VLU. And it'll be really interesting to hear what he has to say about glue and some of the applications, because we know what the data is, obviously, from the trials here in this country. But there's a lot to be learned, I think, on an international level.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the best things about the interactions across the countries, because I find that I learn a lot from colleagues within the US and outside the US. I get to see different techniques, ideas, and tools that I don't have access to sometimes. So I learn in that respect. But sometimes even just watching the technique of other surgeons, watching them either virtual or in person, or even hearing them speak sometimes about some of their different perspectives is really educational to me. And sometimes I take some of those tools and bring them back to my clinic. So I think having that international experience and interaction is key.
I agree 100%. I think there's another part to this that I've really enjoyed, and that is that I've gotten to know so many people who are experts. And as you know, in your local communities, many times it's just you. Like, and so then what do we do? Like, who do we turn to? Who do we talk to? And you've always been there over the past several decades whenever I have a question to pick up the phone. But by doing these webinars, we're getting to know more people, and we're able to connect, and we're able to pick up the phone and ask a question, or create a webinar, or whatever that it may be, that where we can get to know each other better. And it really creates an incredible environment for learning and for networking. And I'm very grateful for that.
Well, thank you for all of your energy, all of your expertise, and all of your successes that really reflected all of your efforts. We're really looking forward to Empower All, the new series webinar series that's starting out on September 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. It will be available on Zoom and YouTube and a couple of other places that we'll be setting up. So thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you. And stay tuned, because there will be many more coming.